Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
She's been all over the news the last couple of days. Ladies and gentlemen, Clarissa Shields. No, I'm just kidding. She's actually playing Clarissa Shields in the new film, The Fire Inside, which comes out Christmas Day. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Ryan Destiny. Welcome.
Ryan.
Good morning.
Good
How are you?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. It's an early morning. I'm on LA time, so it's really early.
Oh,
Is it hard to get up and do press?
A little bit.
Okay.
Sometimes if the timing is weird like that, just because I'm used to a different time zone. But other than that, I'm good.
How long ago did y'all film The Fire Inside?
That was in 2022.
Okay.
And
Wow.
we started to film in 2020, right before the pandemic.
Mhm.
But then we got shut down, and then all that.
the writer's
stuff.
strike as well with 2022. Oh,
So
okay.
we popped back in 2022.
Now,
Were
did
you
y'all-
boxing?
Oh, my bad.
I'm sorry. Were you boxer? Were you a boxer, or were you
No.
training? So you had to learn boxing.
Yes.
How
yeah.
difficult was that? Because I seen the preview,
Yeah.
and I'm like, Jesus, it's
And when Clarissa was here, she said that was the thing that had to be on point the
Yes.
most, the boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was very nerve-wracking. But it was a lot, I think, just because I wasn't a boxer or just an athlete in general. Like, that wasn't my thing. But I think it was good because I was a little scared, and that helped just me go for it even more, you know. And I trained for months with my boxing coach, and
Did you have to spar?
he was like textbook boxing coach. I sparred a little, but also we had the studio being like, don't hurt her. So it was also just them not wanting me to actually get hurt. But
So do you think you got hands in real life or just on the
I
street?
I don't. Everyone keeps asking me that. I really don't know, y'all. I
Until you
feel
get
like
into a fight.
Yeah, like
Well, I mean, you Clarissa now, so
I know.
and you in New York.
That's right. Remy Ma might run down on you.
You right in New York.
What's
You're
up
in the
with
right
you and
place.
Papoose? Huh?
I feel like everything will just like disappear if I actually have to get into a fight.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
meaning disappear.
Well,
like
no,
you
we'll
would,
not see.
like you would run, or you would just get in the.
Like, I just feel like you go blank.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like,
this
I
is just
don't know.
it's a role to you. This is not what you want to do. You don't want to box.
Yeah. Like, if it's on camera, for sure. But outside of that, I don't know. I don't do this.
Have you ever been in a fight in real
No.
life? Never.
No, never.
That's
and that
beautiful.
was one of the first things Clarissa asked me. She was like, have you ever been in a real fight? I'm like, girl, no.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not. That's not me. And that scared her a little bit at first. But after she actually saw it, she cried all the things and was really happy. So.
How did you get that? Did you audition for that, or they just picked you?
Oh my God, no.
Okay.
It was an audition process like anything else. And they saw so many people, and I knew it was going to be competitive just because the story itself is incredible, and also the people behind it are really great. So yeah, it was just like the regular thing, and I didn't think I was going to get it when I went into it, which I think helped because I didn't overthink everything.
Yeah.
You know, how I usually do. So
Was it tougher to prepare for the role mentally, physically, or emotionally? Because if you know anything about Clarissa's life, she had a very, very, very rough
Yeah.
life. So mentally, physically, or emotionally, what was tougher?
it was all of it.
Wow.
It was all very, very new and different for me, and just a challenge across the board, which I liked. You know, I wanted that. I wanted something that would push me and, you know, do something that I've never done before, have people see me in a different light. That was something that was very important to me. But mentally, I think that was something that I had to really hone down on, because having the confidence of an athlete is just a whole nother beast that I don't think a lot of people think about. And then having the confidence of a boxer is another level, you know? So I just wanted to make sure I could grasp that, because she's just superhuman to me, you know? So yeah, all of the things were very, very difficult. Mentally, I think that was probably the most if I had to choose. So
How hard was? Okay.
I was gonna say, how was Clarissa during the filming? Because she's very intense.
yeah.
And when she was up here, she talked about how she wanted to be perfect like her life, right? So how was she was she easy to talk to and say, well, how was your life during this?
Yeah, she was very easy to talk to, and she was a really open book with me, which I appreciated a lot. There's also a documentary about her life that's incredible, and it was like my notebook, my Bible on set. You know, I referred back to that so many times, and it was so helpful because it's just so raw. And it's a front row seat into how she is with her family, her friends, with her coach, Jason. And it was so great to pick up on those things, because it's one thing to talk to her as she is now and how old she is now, but she was kind of a different person too a little bit at 16, 17, you know? So to have that was something that I definitely went back to and was really helpful for me.
Was she on set a lot?
No,
Okay,
no.
okay.
It was also still pandemic-y times, but she was also training, I think, in that time, also in another country. So it was a lot of things happening, but no, she didn't actually go.
How tough was it to release the spirit of Clarissa Shields, so to speak?
Not too tough. I think it's still in me a little bit, but you know, in a good way. You know, I think I've walked away from this experiment with just a new confidence in myself that I don't think I had when I entered it. You know, and I think that I have her to thank for that. You know, she is somebody that really speaks life into you and also speaks life into herself, and I thought that was something that I needed, you know, to have and to take. And I think that that's stayed with me and stuck with me, which I'm really happy about. So
Now I seen the preview during I think it was Wicked or Gladiator 2, probably both of them.
probably.
So it said Christmas Day, right? And I was excited for the preview. I mean, the preview was a long preview. I thought it was dope.
Yeah.
But Christmas Day, does that worry or make you nervous or scare you in this industry? Because I'm like, Christmas is a time where families are together. They're at the house. And to come out on Christmas Day has to be like, I was like, why Christmas Day?
Apparently, it's a good thing.
It's a good day.
If you go to the studios, that's like a prime day for them. And I think it's also just because a lot of families don't have much to do and the theaters are open. And, you know, everybody takes their family and like goes and has a good time. So I'm excited about it. I'm hoping that a lot of people do that because it is something that I think is for everyone in all ages. So everyone literally can go. So I'm hoping that happens. You know, I think it's such an incredible story that needs really to be heard and supported. So everyone go out.
Yeah, I'm going to see it on Christmas Day.
You want out on
Yeah.
Christmas?
Because I got 4 daughters, so it's like once you open the gifts and everything, you ain't doing nothing but laying around
You
the
have
whole
nothing
day.
else to do.
That's right.
Eating food.
So that's a good day.
What is, because I know you love music too. You're a singer. What do you like most, acting or singing?
I can't choose.
No?
I really cannot choose. I really love both, and they both have a sense of freedom that I really appreciate, and just the creativity that I get to have with both of them, and being able to push myself. It's very different. They're in 2 different worlds in my mind, but I really do appreciate both. So hopefully, if I'm blessed enough to be able to continue to do both, I would love to do that. So we'll see.
Yeah, because you got into music because of your dad, right?
My dad is a singer, yeah, and he started when I was, you know, I mean, he started way before I was born, but I was in the studio with him when I was a baby and all those things. So he definitely inspired me.
I don't remember the group he was in, and I'm old. I was born in 1978.
Okay.
I don't remember Guess.
Not that old.
You remember Guess? I don't remember Guess. What was
you
that
gotta
song?
you gotta look up Guess. They had a song called Shuby and a few good other ones too. But you know, they didn't like have a big moment.
Okay.
You know, so
Yes.
it was also, I think he started at Warner Bros. And then went to Death Row, and that's just a weird transition too. And when I think that was like their first time signing singers, I think.
Your dad went to Death Row?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think it was right before. Everything happened with Tupac and Biggie, so it was not the greatest timing.
Put out R&B music during that time, I'm sure.
Yeah, and things kind of went a little left with Suge and everything, but it was a great group, and he's so talented, and he's still singing and doing his thing today. So I'm proud of him.
Did he want you in the industry?
I think he just always supported it, you know, and he saw something in me, and him and my mom have just always uplifted me and been there and there to protect me too, because they also can see how crazy it can get, you know. So they were always in my corner and always there.
What's the guidance they've provided as far as this industry wise? Like what's some of the best advice he's given you?
I don't know if there's something in particular. I think it's just me making sure I'm protecting myself, you know, and watching out for myself in these rooms, and especially within the music industry, it can just get a little shaky. It's a lot better, I think, now, because there's a lot more awareness around the weirdos that are out there.
The freak offs. The freak
Yeah,
off.
It's a lot different now. People are checking it out and seeing what's wrong with it. So, but before, you know, people could get away with a lot more things. So I definitely made sure that I didn't put myself in any sort of position and knew when to walk away from something as well. So, yeah.
And how are you and Keith? I know y'all were y'all were dating, and then there was rumors speculating that y'all broke up because y'all took down each other's pictures and things. And we loved y'all. We loved y'all. So what is the status with that now?
We're really good.
Hey.
We're great. Yeah.
Okay.
And we support each other so much in what we're doing. And, you know, the industry is just crazy. So it's nice to separate the two, you know. So
that was just a little bump in the road that y'all had. That wasn't nothing. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, because we get scared of stuff like that. We love y'all. So, and I mean, we as in like not them.
Yeah.
We, the girls.
Yes,
and,
yes.
People my age because they're a little old.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it was my question. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How much has your life changed over the last 5 or 6 years, though? Like, you know, with the success you had with Star, like, and you know, everybody wants a Star movie. We'll talk about that in a second. But how much has your life changed over the last 5 or 6 years?
It's funny because I mean I started the process of the movie 5 years ago, so it's just been a lot of ebb and flows. I think, you know, the pandemic has changed the industry a lot, and it's changed the way that I have seen myself in it and having to maneuver how I go about things, if that makes sense. So it's definitely something that I've grown from, and I'm starting to just realize what's most important, and I have to remind myself of that a lot, just because I think you can get caught up in just all of the noise and what you should be getting or what you haven't gotten yet. And so I think I'm just trying to go with my gut and continue to do things that I'm really proud of, because with this project it's probably the most proud that I've been of something, and I really want to continue to feel that way. So I'm just letting that sort of guide me more than anything else.
What does success look like for you in this business?
I think it's kind of like what I just said. I really want to feel like I continue to do things that really matter and have an important message, you know, and it doesn't have to always be so heavy, but I definitely want to represent for a lot of girls, a lot of Black women, and hopefully if I can, you know, be a part of projects that have a great narrative behind it and put us in a great light, then I'd be very, very happy, and hopefully, you know, that can continue to happen. But I think success varies, and if I'm happy and I get to a point where I feel a bit more at peace with everything in a way, you know, I'm also very aware of accepting the fact that things won't always be just positive and great all the time. And I think, you know, getting more and more into that place is something that I think is successful in itself. So
Did you hear when Clarissa was up here when she was saying at first she didn't think you were good for the part, but then after, I guess, meeting with you and seeing, she was like, oh, you were the only person that can play that part?
Yeah.
So how did you feel when you heard her say that?
I mean, I heard it before. You know, she was very vocal with me when we first started talking.
She told you, like, I don't want you to play me, shorty.
No.
Jesus. Ryan couldn't say nothing. She was going to catch them hands. That's crazy.
She was just like, yo, she's really pretty, you know. Didn't really know what else could, you know, come from that. And I respected it. You know, there's not like there's this, you know, big amount of work that I have out there that showcases that side of me. This is the first of that. So I understood it, and I knew that I was just going to work just really, really hard on making sure that I executed it, you know, to the best of my ability. And hopefully I did that, and her crying solidified that she approved. So I think that I'm very, very happy with it all now. But
Was she closed off at first, though? Was she closed off like, I really don't want her playing it, and then she kind of broke down and was like, oh, she really is dope?
I mean, maybe to Rachel, our director, or maybe Barry. I don't know who she was, you know, vocal about that really all the way to, but she definitely, like I said, she asked me if I could fight, and I knew that scared her when I said no. So,
But did it scare you when she asked you that? Like, why is she just randomly asking?
I mean,
like,
no,
yo, you can fight?
No, it was fair. You know, this is her life. This is her life story. So I understood the caution. You know, so I didn't take offense to it, but it definitely put some pressure on me. I was like, if she don't like this, it's gonna be real awkward. So I knew that it was important.
And how long did you train before y'all started filming? Like, how long did y'all train before y'all even turned the camera on?
So it was a little split up. I did 3 or 4 months the first time, and then when we shut down, I had to do it all over again for 3 or 4 more months. So all in all, it was like 6-7 months, I think, in total, which I appreciate looking back on, because before it felt like everything was crashing down when, you know, the pandemic happened. But I think that time really helped, and I went into weight training the second go around too, and it just made me even more sharp, I think. So it was good for me.
Did the delays help or hurt?
Did the what?
Did the delays help or hurt the film?
I think it helped.
Okay.
It helped like in so many ways. Even with Brian, he came in the second go around, and
Brian Tyree Henry, Paperboy from Atlanta.
Yeah, he's so incredible, and I'm just so thankful that he wanted to do this as well, and he really was someone that was just amazing to work with and like a brother to me now. So I love him, and I think that we really hit it off as soon as we met, and I think it shows on the screen, which is really good. And yeah, I'm excited for people to see that.
Ryan, do you feel like you get your just due as a young Black woman in entertainment? Because you've been working for a while, and you are one of them.
Oh, thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So do you ever feel like that you get your just due?
I mean, I also feel like, you know, I still have so much to do. So it's a little weird. I go back and forth between, you know, wanting people to, I guess, see me and see the work that I've done, but also I have an understanding of how there's been so many other people, you know, that have worked even longer than me and still haven't gotten there. Yeah. So it's a little bit back and forth for me, you know, and I just am, I guess, in the headspace of when it's time, it's time. When it's your time for people to see you, they will. So I'm hoping with this film in particular, because it speaks to that a lot, I think with Clarissa herself and not getting her respect and just due and not getting her flowers when she should have back in 2012. So I think that it's a reflection of that, and I'm hoping that a lot of people and our people do go out to the theaters to see, because I think that it just would mean so much, you know, and I don't know if people truly understand how important even that is, you know, and showing up, because it really does so much, you know, and for the people in the industry to see like, oh, people really do want to see stories like this, you know.
These stories don't get made if we don't spend the money at the box office.
That's right.
They really don't. So I'm hoping people understand the gravity of that. So it's a little bit of always a balance between knowing that I have a lot more to go and a lot more to show. Yeah. So.
You said something earlier that made me think. You said, I can't remember how you worded it, but you're not at peace with where you are?
I think it's just always a battle a little bit with knowing that I want to do more, you know? So knowing that I haven't hit the spaces that I want to yet, it's just kind of always feeling like, okay, I got to work harder and I got to do more. And after this project, I got to do this one and this one to just show people. So I think that's what I mean, and not exactly at peace, but learning to be and learning to, I guess, go with the flows of everything and not to put too much pressure on myself is something that I want to get to.
Now, do you feel that way because you're looking at everybody else, or is that just something like inner for you? Because a lot of times people, you can measure your success of where you are based on what you see others doing around you. Yeah.
It's probably a combination. I think naturally you do compare yourself a little bit. But it's also when you see the potential that you have and you believe in yourself and know where you could go, it's something that I think I pay attention to a lot. I know what I'm capable of, and even with this project in particular, there's a lot of people that didn't see it for me, you know, and probably wouldn't have even casted me if it were in different hands. So I think it's just stuff like that where I know what I can do and I know what I'm capable of. So I do want to continue to push myself to those points, but also not get too caught up in looking at who's next to me and where they're at. So I think it's always a combo.
Cause they probably looking at you like, damn, Ryan got a movie coming out Christmas Day.
I know.
I went to go see Wicked. I went to go see this film, and I keep seeing the trailer. Damn, I need that look right there.
Yeah. I know the rarity of it, and I'm super thankful for this time, because even after the pandemic, I didn't think it would be as possible for me anymore to get a movie out in the theaters, you know, because streaming hit an all-time high during that time, and I'm like, oh man. You know, that's every actor's dream is to have a movie at the theater. So things like that, I definitely, I just put into perspective because I know how much of a blessing it is, and I'm just really grateful and thankful to be able to even say that.
Charlamagne, you asked about Star. That's what you asked about.
Hopefully we get a Star movie.
The Star movie. So is that in the works?
Y'all looking at me like I have answers. I really don't know.
Okay.
You know, Lee Daniels is always bringing it up to us and different things that he has going on. But he has so many things going on all the time, and I don't know. I wish I had a better answer for everybody, but I don't.
Because we're not okay with just it ending like that. Like it got to be a
It did
movie.
end very abruptly. I agree. It was very weird.
Yeah.
So I get it.
My last question. So who plays Papoose in the movie?
Yeah, you are stupid.
Okay. Never mind.
I don't even know. Like I honestly, I don't even know what's going on. I just woke up. I just woke up.
You better get out of New York fast.
You got about 24 hours.
Like,
to
if
get
I
out of New
can't
York.
get to Clarissa, I'm gonna get to.
All we did was wake up too, and it was right there. It was
Literally.
like, damn.
And you know what? I'm hoping that a lot of people, because a lot of these blogs and everything have really picked this up, but I really hope they pick up the fact that she has an entire movie about her life.
Oh yeah, this is
you
going
know?
to fuel that.
So-
She's doing the right. I see Clarissa doing the right thing now because all she's doing is promoting the movie. Now.
Okay, period, as she should.
And
She
I
does.
even hit her this morning, and I told her, I said, you don't get distracted. Like,
Yeah.
you got a movie coming out
Yeah.
on Christmas Day, and
I'm
a lot of
glad you
times when
said
you go
that.
into that next level, you'll start seeing all of these distractions. The devil start really
Yeah.
playing with you in those moments.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm glad you texted her that. That
Are
was
you
good.
are you concerned with any of the current drama like overshadowing the movie?
No, not at all. Especially because I know things blow over, fairly quickly with the internet. It's always on to the next thing. But I know Christmas Day, it'll be a really big time. And I know the more and more people go see it, the more they'll talk about that, I think, and how inspiring it is in itself. So
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah,
My
me
last
too.
question is there more pressure playing a role of an actual person versus playing a character?
absolutely, especially when they're still alive, you know? It's just like so much, because then people also have things to compare it to. And they're like, if you don't get it, they're like, well, she didn't do this and she didn't do that. So yeah, there's a lot more pressure, but more than anything, I wanted her seal of approval, and that came with a lot of pressure as well. When it's other people that aren't on the earth anymore, they can't really
Come
say,
back and be
you
like,
know,
you
and
did
be
wrong,
like, you
you
did
know?
it, you did it horribly.
Right, that is so funny at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's scary. So I was scared at first, for sure, for her to see it, because I thought about her every single day on set. And so, yeah, like I said, when I saw the video, there's a video of her reaction to it, and she was so happy with the boxing and so happy with the story, and she literally cries every time she sees it now. And I couldn't ask for more. That's all I wanted.
So you saying the next person biopic that you play got to be dead?
Yeah, you hope
You gotta be dead. G.
I mean, they don't have to be. I don't wish that. I don't want that.
You just prefer that they're dead.
you mess up a line like, woo, I'm glad she did.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Well, The Fire Inside is coming out Christmas Day. Make
Yes.
sure you go see it. It's. I mean, the previews look amazing. Like I said, I seen Gladiator 2 and I seen Wicked, and it was the preview for it. It was just dope. My kids were super duper excited. I'm gonna see it the day after Christmas.
Okay.
My whole family come over, so we ain't going nowhere.
I'm
but
going Christmas Day because I'm going
day
out the
after
country
Christmas,
the day
I'm
after
going.
Christmas.
Hey,
And I'm a huge
okay.
Clarissa Shields fan. So
Me too.
I got to watch the documentary on Netflix. Like
Yep.
I'm really
Nice.
into what she does. So
Great.
right.
Well, you guys gotta let me know how you feel about it.
absolutely.
All right.
Please.
Absolutely, girl.
Well, it's Ryan Destiny. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.